Hello and good morning. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. Today is Wednesday. Wednesday. Beautiful day. I love Wednesdays. It's a very communicative energy. And with Mercury being direct, it should be a good Wednesday for you. Wednesday is the day of Mercury. If you can notice this, in Spanish, they call Wednesday miércoles. If you take a look around the world, the days of the week represent the planets. The reason why we call it Wednesday is because the Proto-Germanic people called it Wodansday. Wodan, the day of the wind. That song, They Call Me the Breeze, I don't know who sings it, but it's in my mind on Wednesdays. And so, today I've got some pretty brief, short messages for you. Let me just make sure I can reach my tarot cards when the time is appropriate. And we will get to it. I've already previously got 2 oracle cards for us today, and I will get to those after today's report. Today is 8/13/2025. If you add that up, that's 21. 21 is the World card. Okay. Today, the World card represents the return home after completing a journey. So think about this in your life. When did you start whatever journey you were on? And what set you out on that journey? And it's a return to that point in time. But this time you're returning to the beginning of your journey after feeling more fulfilled. You've learned to involve and integrate yourself within and with all things around you. That's the point of the Fool's journey. Tarot isn't just a divination. It's an ancient psychology, right? It's kind of like a rite of passage, how the Fool could be. Like, let's think about where I was when I started my journey, right? I've been a few years into pain medications, alcohol, and different drugs because I felt worthless when I got injured. I felt like all was lost. My strength, my power, my back. I was very in a low place, right? So I went back to ancient teachings, which has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. I started with tarot when I was young. I would hide my tarot decks at home because my parents already kind of thought that I was a devil worshiper, but I wasn't. And I would flip cards at school for people, and that would get me a couple extra bucks. But so I went back to those teachings, remembering some things that some elders had told me about working the runes, do the rune journey. So I did the rune journey, kind of let go of alcohol, told my doctors I'm taking myself off their medication because it had become like addictive to me. It felt good to have the medication and feel like nothing was wrong with my body, right? It felt really good, like, yeah. So that's how you get addicted. By wanting to feel good, right? That's where addiction comes from. So the source of the problem, though, wasn't just my body pain. It was everything that I had lost in life. And that's how we get hooked in things. The emotion attached to the pain. And the loss of things, the loss of career, the loss of my career. I could no longer be a new construction or service and repair plumber ever again. I had dedicated my whole life up to that point to plumbing, service and repair, new construction, and I was good at it. So you return back to these moments because you see the journey is completed. Like, wow, look how far you've come. Whoever you are, take a moment, even pause if you have to. Take a moment to remember where you were when you started. How hard that was for you. What drove you to know that you had to either find God, find purpose, or find something in your life because you were at your lowest. And look at you now, the world card. So, now that you know that you have involved yourself back into a life and integrated yourself within and without, like integrated your inner workings with the universe, things like, I remember connecting my mind to the moon and then testing the boundaries of, okay, I'm not gonna look up the week ahead. I'm just gonna journal in the morning and then look at the moon phases after every 2 days. And I'll be damned, it was like right in line. You know, your thoughts would be right in line with the moon placement, phase, house, zodiac, and nakshatra. And you're like, wow, right? You integrate your body with like cycles of nature. If you're empathic, this is really easy. If you're empathic, this is probably why you got to a very low point in your life. Who knew you were empathic until you set out on your journey and a magician came and told you, oh, you're empathic. You know, this is what it feels like to be clairsentient. And you're like, whoa, is that why? Whoa. So you tune yourself into like the earth and you start realizing like, not only is my moon connected to the mind, is my mind connected to the moon, so is everyone else's, and their energy I could feel, and no wonder I'm an alcoholic, right? Fuck, I'm trying to numb all this out. Whatever it was, you've learned to integrate yourself with the all, right? And today is a day to recognize that and celebrate it. Give yourself some credit. You've been through some shit. 2 + 1 = 3. The Empress card. Self-acceptance. Don't you feel better with who you are now? Can't you look back and accept the person that you were, knowing that you had to be that person to be the person you are today? Without that catalyst, there would have been no change. The Empress card represents a time of great reward. But this World card, Empress card, comes with the message that great rewards and riches come with a generous heart. You get to enjoy the bounties of life and goodness, being good unto others, right? So you kind of get the fact now that it's not all about you. I mean, it is all about you, but it's not all about you. When it comes to the rewards and riches, I'm gonna pull on the messages of the Hangman, where you put yourself in a different set of eyes to realize that you are no different than even those that you don't like in life, especially those you don't like in life. Seeing yourself in phases that you see other people in. Remember, these are mirrors to your soul. So when you see something, the hangman is like turning your perspective around. Not seeing the world coming at you, but seeing the world through you, through you, through you, the observer looking through you, spirit looking through you. And rather, when you're looking through you, you will see yourself in so many situations. Thank you, Ms. SH3, for your comment. When you see the world through the eyes of spirit, right? You've changed your perspective. Because now you look at someone and you go, oh my gosh, I remember being that person. I remember going through that and feeling this way. Where if you were just looking from you, you would be like, I can't stand that person, right? Well, you were that person at one time in your life. Or that person's always feeling that way. Instead, you're looking at that person going, I remember feeling that way and I know how it feels. So I understand their actions and behaviors, right? So your rewards today come with generosity from you to others and goodness from you to others. As you are blessed by spirit, so too shall you pass on the goods to others. Because remember, had you not been given a chance at your lowest, you would probably not be here. So I'll take that into consideration. I'd answer the phone, but I'm recording. Sorry, everybody. Okay, so with the number 3, we have third house energy. Today, when I pulled this, I forgot what time it was. 10:30 a.m. Our third house was undisturbed Scorpio energy. So when a house is undisturbed, it doesn't mean that it's not important. It just means that, it's not as disturbed as the other houses that have planets in it. So what we do is we go to the 2 planets that rule that house. So Mars and Pluto in third house Scorpio energy. Today, you may have an intense and transformative talk. You definitely might possess, definitely might. What a jumbo shrimp is that, huh? You may have a drive for knowledge and deep, impactful interactions with others. This is because you may think deeply and you might be a person who speaks with conviction. Your aura is magnetic and can be intimidating to others. So, the reason why it's intimidating is you show presence in conversations as well as in your intellectual pursuits. You present transformative wisdom from a deep exploration of psychological truths. This creates meaningful change in yourself as well as it does for others. It's going to be important today for you to channel your intensity in a constructive way. Remember to respect others' boundaries and allow others to talk in order to overcome any challenges. Now, when I say allow others to talk, also be mindful of not to be barreled over by people who do not allow you to talk. If you allow people to talk, there must be reciprocal energy, or else do not engage in those conversations. Recognize overbearing communications for what they are. Overbearing means this is not a situation that can be solved. Reason I bring this up is your oracle cards today are Key and Redemption. And here are the messages. The Key. You may have had a recent conflict, and this key symbolizes the chance to heal that relationship. The universe reminds you that extending the olive branch is the first step to unlocking reconciliation and understanding. Redemption. You are called to offer redemption. But the universe reminds you not to abandon your ground of sympathy or out of sympathy. Redemption is about guiding others upward, not being consumed by their negativity. So those are your oracle cards. And now we're going to pull some tarot. Okay. I'm going to get some coffee really quick. 15 minutes, not bad. All right. From the High Priestess deck. Meditation is a good message for today. There we go with that atmospheric pressure drop again. So know that Spirit is here with you. As soon as I started shuffling the cards, thank you for your presence. There may be a thief around. Now, this doesn't have to be a thief of monetary gains. It does show that that could be possible. But someone is sneaking around, stealing ideas and profiting from your energy. 7 of Wands, or 7 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles reversed. So someone is taking your ideas and profiting from it, and they're not offering you your fair due. Okay, there is no give and take in this situation, and the angels have come to remedy this situation. So I don't think this is something that you really have to worry about, because divine order is coming in for this. Here we go. This is why these people who do the stealing, right, or this thief in your midst, they're controlled by someone else. Someone else has bound them to the illusion of prosperity. What they are in is the obsession of material status, because they are not actually gaining anything. I see a thief profiting from very little, like breadcrumb profiting, by giving your ideas to some big, disgusting, lazy, overgrown, egocentric maniac, right? And they feel like if they feel they cannot get away from this, but it's just their own attachment to possessions. The Devil card, oh my gosh, the Devil card. The Devil card is people who are literally trapped by their own doing because they're addicted to things like pleasure, identity, right? Someone has sent a spy to steal ideas for you so they can try to profit from it. It's an overlord of probably a community who's like sending his little minions that, here, let me let you off the chain, so you can go over to so-and-so's camp and steal their words and get information for me, because I want to take their generosity, right? You're a generous person, I get it. people are being stuck in illusion. I could see going against your integrity, which means doing the right thing even though others aren't doing the right thing. If you're getting some kind of handsome reward, but even then, wow, that's a tower moment waiting to happen. That's like, if you go against your integrity, you're one thumbtack, not even a sword, not just a thumbtack, from breaking your house of cards. So be mindful of this in your energy. Be careful. Don't share too much with others. You're building something new. And that's why this selfish person is sending their minions to ask questions. They want to take your finances. They want to see you fall again. So I have the indication that these people have brought misfortune to your life plenty of times and hid it in plain sight. They probably pretended to be your friend so much that you were under their illusionary spell. And what they see now is you building something new with good people, people you can actually enjoy time with. And they don't like this. They want this to not go any further. I am not a person who reads tarot that is like this, but this is how the cards are falling today. Do not give any information about your private matters, because at this time, someone you share private intimacy with is giving away your information to others. That's hard to swallow, isn't it? That's a hard pill to swallow. But it's in the cards. So if this video came to you, you already know what's going on. Time to renew yourself. The only way, here we go. The only way to heal a situation like this is to not heal the people. Go within, heal yourself, because something within you still holds like a festering pus bubble. Let's just put it that way. You might have a festering pus bubble, or a pimple rather, inside somewhere. And you just need to pop that, heal that within, and renew your energy. Because all things that the divine blesses, the divine God, blesses within you, instantly repels negative energy, mirror effect, okay? Definitely gossip going around. And another card of spies in the background. I always feel I don't like when people send other individuals to gather information for them, because it's a sign of cowardice to me. I would rather prefer a heated conversation that can find a resolution than to have minions sent to gather information. Okay, that did want to come out. So, nurture and balance in this. Use your more empathic intuition, your clairsentience, and don't take your time, okay? This is not a time to show patience, or you are resisting some kind of patience. This could be the medicine. This could be the medicine what's bringing all of this around. Are you in a hurry? Are you saying something you're healed and really there's not? You really know there's a pimple somewhere inside of your aura that you gotta pop? Okay, don't put off taking the proper steps. This could go for the thief. Thief, you cannot get anywhere until you pop that bubble inside. Person being stolen from, if they are trying to thieve something due to a pimple inside that they need to pop, obviously you also have a pimple to pop inside. Maybe there should be some communication instead of minions. The key here today is you may have had a conflict and it's time to heal this relationship. Okay? Follow the divine mother instincts. Take a feminine approach. What this is calling me to say is there's someone in your lives, both of your lives, that is very sensitive, calm, and nurturing, as well as wise and intelligent, who can mediate the situation between you two, okay? And let's keep going. You need to hold your peace within. Do not act on impulse. This is what the person is expecting from you. Absolute truth and clarity. This person is trying to get a rouse out of you, and it's not working because you are someone who has mastered many, many modalities of healing. You have done the work within, right? And it doesn't mean that you're perfect. Like I said, you are the reflection, or they are the reflection of you inside. So it means you're not dealing with a few small things inside. Handle this situation calmly with a gentle touch. There is a mediator in your midst that's very feminine, very calming, very nurturing, very wise and respectful, that can be the in-between between this. This way, the minions can just be minions. You're not getting anything out of this. Stop accepting breadcrumbs from a tyrant. This is an illusionary person. You know what happens when I see people like this? Like, hey, do what I say. Excuse me? Sorry, you ain't got that kind of authority. So, let's get some clarifying cards from the Judgment deck. Alrighty. Okay. Here we go. The answer. Take the proper steps. Sticking to the facts. Okay? In this situation, I feel the devil card, whoever the devil card represents in your story, they are only defeated by facts. Okay? And words of wisdom I heard yesterday. When push comes to shove, facts are more important than feelings, because facts are facts and they do not lie. There has been signs of spies and gossip on the table, so facts eliminate all of that, and they put the minions out of this commission. So, stick to the facts. Stand in your power. Like my grandfather used to tell me, when you're right, you're right. You can't be wrong. And if you're doing right, There is nothing wrong with standing in your power. Okay. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Here you are, showing up in this reading. Emotionally intelligent. A diplomatic person who is good with their emotions, knows how to keep things under control. And you see these things coming. You see the sneakiness in the background, the thief. You actually see you're welcome, Ms. SH3. Thank you. By keeping yourself impartial to many situations in life, you have been able to see from just off the shore. You watch the fights of the land, right? You're like, I see this. I see their minions sneaking onto the camp, stealing information, and then I see the other person profiting from that. But what they don't see, that I can see from a distance, is the divine is intervening in this situation, because the leader of this organization is just dealing with heavy energy and actually is addicted to many things of the material world: ego, status, reputation, alcoholism, maybe drugs, gossip, sex, control issues. So that's what you're seeing at this from the King of Cups. Okay, these people are just about, this inverted to me says this person is more like a hasty, in and out type person. Like what you're dealing with is someone who is never consistent with anything. They speak about healing, they speak about spiritual, but they're really about pay me, give me, take. This is mine, 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 mine. Me, 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 me. This is an individual. Mind you, this is not how I prefer to read tarot, but it's in the energy, obviously, today. And things are about to change in your favor. The divine is coming in with healing. And with healing, remember, a wheel is a revolution. So where this tyrant is here, the divine is pushing them down here. It's time to do your own shadow work and get into the truth of why you behave this way. And in turn, it's moving you forward in a new direction. You're moving forward in mutual connections that are mutually reciprocal. They like to build with you. They've seen what has been lost. What has been lost was an honor, because you lost things knowing that you could start over and rebuild. So you're coming into connections with people who are powerfully connected with you. Like, you guys get each other. It's healing, it's divine. They recognize the divine spark in your soul, and that is what matters. Okay, and this person does have addiction problems. Could be alcohol, could be sex, could be status, could be all of them, right? And this person is about to lose their finances and yet another war. So they're falling to addiction is what I see. Oh. And here you are, taking a lighthearted approach, trusting the divine and acting on your instincts. You've seen the attachment to intimate private affairs and constant falling to addiction going on. So you decided to follow another path and walked in the light, trusting your instincts. Whoop-ah. Following your heart has led you to healing and is helping you by sticking to the facts, knowing that there was many people in your environment that were not taking the proper steps to build something. It's like going by a blueprint, right? You're going to build a building, right? You've got to follow the blueprint, right? But if you want to just slap it up, right, and, not paying attention to everything, well, you witnessed this. So this made you follow your heart and follow a more nurturing, empathic, healing course in this. And that is how you will remedy what has been done falsely by those around you. Oh. And you are going to a new place in life because of this. So there is travel. You may be moving away from this completely, following the divine feminine calling. She's treating you as the divine child and calling you, come here, I have a better place for you. Follow me, get on the ship. The spirit guide has your back. Six of Swords. Okay. And boom. You start small. You observed all the facts in your reality. For this one, we had earlier the not sticking to facts, gossip, lies, manipulation, tactics. In all of it, you held on to the facts. You just followed the footsteps in this. And that is why the divine is blessing you, because you're possessing inner strength and peace within. You're a sovereign being. You don't conform to the addictions of society. You don't allow the minions in. You stop them as they come. And for that, you get to create things that grow, because the light shining within you is now sparked and inflamed. You have the passion to create what you were setting out to begin with when we started this reading. Those who sent spies to steal your ideas, to profit from them, they gained bread crumbs, like literally bread crumbs, not even a slice of bread. Whereas you're the type of person where breaking bread means if I eat, we all eat, right? Well, there was greedy ones at the table who were like trying to lick the breadcrumbs even. Now you have the information and you're able to offer redemption. And remember what I said. Do not lose yourself. Excuse me. Do not lose yourself in offering redemption. Hold your ground. Do not abandon who you are. But if there is a chance of redemption, the key is to offer the olive branch of healing. But if that olive branch of healing is not received well, then stand your ground. Keep on building, because you've got 3 aces. And that tells me that the Wheel of Fortune is soon to be bringing you the big pentacle. So that's what I have for you today, folks. Hope that was helpful for you. Stay tuned for more episodes to come. Remember, tomorrow at 5:55 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to have a podcast with Jaguar Child from Las Vegas and YouTube. He's on YouTube as well. So stay tuned for that and upcoming tarot videos, and I will see you next time. Take care.